Let's consider this worksheet for shipping calculations. We have a data area up here that shows the shipping flat rate cost and shipping time for a number of regions. Here are some invoice details, and we want to calculate the shipping cost automatically by accessing the data in the table. So we want to look up the region in this table and then return the flat rate shipping cost to this cell. In this case, we need to find an exact match for the region. If we can't find an exact match, we need to know that this is the case. And to make this calculation, we're going to use what's called a lookup formula. A lookup formula needs a value to look up. In our case, that's going to be the region. And then it needs a table of data to find a match in. And this is our table of data. And when it finds a match, for example here for the West Coast region, it needs to bring back a certain cell out of this table of data, and we refer to this cell by the column number. This is column 1, this is column 2, and this is column 3. The lookup function is typed by first typing an equal sign and then VLOOKUP. And then I'll open the bracket. And the first thing that we need to do is to tell Excel what we're looking up. We're looking up WEC. So I'll click on that cell and click a comma on the keyboard. And then we need to tell it the dimensions of the table that we're looking it up in. And I'm going to select over the data in the table, but not the headings. It's also important that what it is that we're looking up, these region codes, are the first column that we select, so our data table has to be arranged with the region code first. Then I'll press the comma again, and then Excel needs a column index number. It needs to know which of these columns contains the data that we're to return, column 1, 2, or 3. Well, we want the data from column 3, so I'll press 3 and then another comma. The final value for this particular formula is either true or false. False if we want an exact match, or true if we want an approximate match. And we've already determined that we want an exact match. So I'm going to click to add false, and then close the bracket and press enter. And Excel has brought back the shipping cost for the West Coast region. If I go to copy down the column, we're going to encounter a small problem. We learnt about this when we learnt about copying formulas. What's happening is that this particular cell reference is changing as we copy down, and we want it to change because the cell that we're looking up to match is changing each time. But here what Excel has done is actually changed our table dimensions, and that's not correct. So I'm going to remove these formulas that Excel has created, and let's go and fix the one that we were working on so it can be copied. The way I do that is to click into these two references in the formula and press the F4 function key. That makes these references absolute, so they won't change. I'll press enter again to fix that formula back in the cell. This time it's going to copy perfectly. We do have a problem here, and the problem is that there is no NT region code. It's supposed to be typed INT. This is an NA error, and if we know what NA errors are, it's telling us that a match doesn't exist. It would be nicer if we didn't see an NA error and instead we saw something a little bit more explanatory about what's happening. In the next video, we're going to see how to manage this situation a little bit better. And we're also going to see how we can write a VLOOKUP function to deal with situations where we don't need to find an exact match.